Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early March 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for my lovely Scorpio collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time. See what we got for the beautiful Scorpios out there, my guides. Talk to me. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on. Okay, and then let's just get it moving here. The shadow section is one of the favorites of the Scorpio collective. Let's get it going. Let's get this first card out here for my friends. Talk to me, please. All right, thank you. Nice and quick. Okay, yeah, dreamy, etheric. I mean, this is total water sign energy to me when I see it, so it definitely fits the bill of what we have going on here, especially for a Scorpio reading, so the mind could be active. And I've been seeing this throughout all the water signs. Now, before we start really dissecting that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look at this card. So we see this lovely woman. There's hot air balloons. There's this really whimsical type of color scheme showing up in this picture. So it does seem a little imaginative to me. It gives me Seven of Cups types of vibes, like a little daydreamy, a little... yeah, just whimsy. That's the best way I could put it. So in this time, you might be more imaginative than usual. Now, I always said I know water signs are very imaginative, creative individuals, specifically Scorpio. And once again, I brag about it every week. I know because I'm in the Scorpio collective as well. We feel things very deeply, right? We feel things on an intense level. I just want to say it might be turned up a little more than usual, okay? When we have that. So you might want to search for an outlet of some sort. Let's just put that down. Let's get into tarot. We're not going to spend the whole reading on that. I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness flowing. So let's shuffle it up for Scorpio here, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for the Scorpios? So, last week's reading was quite interesting indeed. It was a bit of a doozy. Now, I like to keep my titles very, very simple. It was titled, It's Game Over. And a big theme I was picking up in last week's reading was somebody deciding what they're going to deal with and what they're not going to deal with, putting a stop to certain things. So a lot of Scorpios in recent days and weeks could have been putting closes to certain things or stopping things, whether it's behaviors, consumption, relationships. There's a lot of things like being nipped with the Scorpio collective, but let's see what we have this week. Okay. I mean, you know what you'll accept and you know what you won't. That's like the main name of the game last week, but let's get you 3. And as always, you know energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your energy or we could be seeing somebody else's. Okay, yeah. So we have this Knight of Wands energy. We're starting with a bang here, Scorpio. Okay, we are starting with some heavy, heavy action. Let's get 2 more. Okay, I mean, very fiery here. Thank you. Okay, that's good. We have the 10 of Pentacles, so there might be something you have your eyes locked on or set on, or a goal that you want to be striving for with that 10 of Pentacles next to the Knight. Let's get one more. Wow, quick. Knight of Swords. So much heavy action here. A lot of you could really be kicking the wheels on various different things in this time. Like, let's get this going. Let's get it moving. But you also get a bonus card this week, my friends. You have the 6 of Cups. We'll tuck it right over there between the crystals. Okay, Scorpio. There's a lot going on here, so let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get the juicy, intuitive stuff going. Now, at first glance, there's a lot of action here. On the split ends, we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. They are the fastest moving knights in the whole entire deck. We have the 10 of Pentacles. That is everything. So we have a lot of action around it as well. So a lot of you could be extra motivated to accomplish certain things, or you might be putting goals out there like, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to go. But in position number 1, the Knight of Wands. Could be a bit of a party animal sometimes, right? It could represent a fire sign that you're linked to, or fire placements you might have. When I see the Knight of Wands, it is going towards something with gusto, with a fire, with a burn. Once again, this could be a party animal person in your life though too. Someone who likes to be in the limelight, life of the party, stuff like that. So, I mean, you know if it hits for you or not. But when I think of the inherent energy of the Knight of Wands, I just think of action. I think of movement. Okay, like somebody who's getting something going. So starting us with the Knight of Wands, it's like starting with a bang, that explosive energy. Now, moving to the center, we have very solid energy. That's why it's interesting, because we have two very movable, volatile energies on the ends, but the center is anchored down. So if that isn't a goal, maybe, and I got this in Pisces too, like support system type of stuff. The Ten of Pentacles is the card of everything, really. It's the happy home, the happy life, all the pentacles, big influxes of money. So for a lot of you, could be extra focused on finances, on business, setting goals, marking them off the list, do this, do that. Very, very busy. That's an energy I'm picking up right now, especially with the Knights and this. So you could be keeping yourself busy on purpose when we have this type of card. It could also represent the home. So you might be redecorating, thinking about moving, something involving the home or the family when this card shows up. Very powerful. But I just want to point out that on the back end, we have the fastest moving knight. We have the Knight of Swords here. Okay. So if these two were racing, this Knight of Swords would edge out the Knight of Wands just slightly, right? Now, this could represent an air sign that you're linked to. Maybe you're linked to a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it is going towards something like a rocket. That's why I find it intriguing that we have this anchored energy, but these knights are just like splitting off fire and air. When you mix fire and air, it's combustible, it's explosive, which can be very good, but it could also have some warnings, right? That things could be up in the air. So a lot of you could have things up in the air right now. I will say with these knights, they can also be confrontational sometimes, where they run into things headlong. So there's a lot of powerful energy here, Scorpio, but it doesn't have to be bad, because like with this Ten of Pentacles, I feel like it anchors it well. So a lot of you could be really trying to like funnel your focus into certain things and tasks, which would be good. Maybe that's something you should do. Six of Cups, quite simply, is a card of history to me. It could also represent soulmates, twin flames, stuff like that. But when I see the Six of Cups, I think of just memories, right? People that you have a lot of history with, good memories, bad memories. So there is something linked to the past here, okay? Whether it's the past reemerging or you thinking back on the past a little more than you usually do. Let's just place it down there. Once again, that's just another little footnote, but let's jump in and clarify. And we're going to get a good shuffle here for the Scorpios, please. I don't feel like this is bad energy, even though it has that explosiveness. Yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Knight of Wands. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to the Scorpios, you can drop it down in the comments. Don't mind at all. You won't be stepping on my toes. So let's go in on that Knight of Wands. Why's the Knight of Wands here for Scorpio? Thank you. Three of Pentacles in reverse. All right, some of you really might want to just do your own thing, start your own business, like just do something alone. Like, I don't need anybody's help. I got this. I could do this. I don't need anybody's motivation. I don't need anybody's help. This is like lone wolf syndrome. Now, if that's not you, that could be someone you're linked to that feels like they could do everything and anything on their own. I'm not saying if they can or can't. I'm just reading the energy I feel here. This could also represent somebody that doesn't work well as a team. Okay, like, you know how some people are good with team sports, some people are good with individual sports like track and field and wrestling and stuff like that. I'm picking up these interesting vibes that somebody wants to do something, they have a goal, but they don't want to do it for others. They want to do it for themselves or do it by themselves. Take from that what you will. But Knight of Wands clarified by this Three of Pentacles could be issues within a group, especially since we have a family thing here. So watch out for any family issues or issues in the home. Okay, but I do feel like a lot of you really might be ready to move on from a work situation or a work thing where you've just like, you might be fed up with it. Like, listen, I could do all this on my own. Like, why am I even working for this person when I could just do this on my own? Okay, that's just the vibe I'm picking up. Let's go in on that Ten of Pentacles. I mean, that's interesting, okay? But let's see what's up with that 10. I really want to get over to the Knight of Swords, too. I feel like that's going to be telling for us. What's the 10 of Pentacles here? Because remember, 10s in tarot, they could represent end goals or closings. So let's see why that 10 is here. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Something is coming at you big and it's coming faster than you think. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse underneath this 10 of Pentacles. I'd say worst case scenario, some of you could be having issues with an earth sign that you're related to. If not that, notice we have 3 of the 4 knights out. Knights represent movement. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest and he's in reverse. So I feel like this energy, this 10 of Pentacles, the wins, victories, like massive blessings and wins could be coming at you much quicker than you could even possibly understand and think. Okay, like if you have been in this and you want to do something on your own or be your own boss or whatever it might be, there are good energies coming at you and they're coming at you quick. They're coming at you surprisingly fast. That's what I'm picking up here in the center with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Like I said, some of you might just be having issues with an earth sign that you're related to, but in reverse, this card in reverse to me is similar to these cards in the upright. Okay, and with how they're all surrounding this 10 of Pentacles, notice the 10 of Pentacles is surrounded with knights. So whether it's coming to you or you're going to it, there are the energies of wins and victories and big ones, various different areas of life as well. Let's go in on the Knight of Swords, then we'll do a recap. Scorpio, this feels real good. Okay, especially since, like, you know, we've had like a few rough readings for Scorpio in recent weeks. I'm loving this. So you might be reassessing your goals. Let's see what's up with that Knight of Swords. Whether it's with people, whether it's with work, you just fit it to your situation. But I will say this, there's a lot of Pentacle energy. There's a lot of earthy energy. So I feel like a lot of you are just about your business right now. Okay, let's see what's up with the Knight of Swords. Like nothing's going to get in your way. All right, yeah. I don't have time for that type of energy. We have the 2 of Swords in reverse underneath the Knight of Swords. Like, yeah, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be indecisive. I don't have time to second guess things or overthink things. Like, I know what I'm going to do and I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be about thought. I'm going to be about action. That's just what this is making me feel. Now, the 2 of Swords is usually one of my cards of mystery, the unknown. Does it look like this Knight of Swords is afraid of the unknown? Does this Knight of Swords look intimidated by what's coming down the line? Absolutely not. Okay, I would say this is a very positive omen for those of the Scorpio collective that are really wanting to go after something, go after a goal. This is spirit urging you to do so. Like, don't be nervous about the future, just do it. Like, don't second guess it. That's like a vibe I'm picking up here. Especially with it in reverse. Usually this could be a card of confusion or mystery, like I said, in the upright. In reverse, like there is no confusion here. There is no indecisiveness here. I know what I want. I'm going to go get it. I know where I want to go and I'm going to go do that. Like there is nothing standing in the way here. So once again, it's like all roads lead back to this 10 of Pentacles in this spread. This everything energy, the victories, the wins, it's just overflowing here, Scorpio. And I love it. And like I said earlier in the reading, I'm part of the Scorpio collective myself and I'm loving this. Okay, this bodes well for us, right? So we should claim these energies. But let's go through and do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. In position number 1, we have the Knight of Wands with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Notice that the 10 of Pentacles is surrounded by all the knights. There's a lot of Pentacle energy, earthy, you're about your business. This is telling me that a lot of you feel like you could do something on your own. You don't need a group. For a portion of you, yeah, it might be a little conflict within a work situation, of course. There are still little possible notes of conflict showing up in this spread, but I feel like a lot of you think you could get something done on your own. You could accomplish it on your own. You don't need help. Or this is someone you're linked to that's in that mode, that lone wolf mindset. Moving to the center, we have the 10 of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's coming fast. Like whatever this good energy, whatever this positive energy is, these blessings, victories, wins, whatever realm of life they're in, they're either coming towards you fast or you're going towards them fast. You might meet in the middle for that collision of just massive energetic goodness. It feels beautiful. And on the back end, we have the Knight of Swords with the 2 of Swords in reverse. This is somebody that has no time for being indecisive. This is somebody that's not fearing the future. I'm going off and I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. Nothing's going to stop me. There's a lot of confidence in this spread. And there's a lot of good energy as well. So this feels nice. Don't be indecisive about things. Like if there's something you've been on the fence about, this is Spirit asking you to take the plunge. So please take a screenshot of that, Scorpio. Hopefully that hit for as many of you as it is for me. But let's get you one shadow card here. This feels good. Claim these for sure. But let's get one shadow card. What's going on with Scorpio? And yeah, I like to close off every reading with a shadow card. You know that. And I'm using the Shadowland Tarot. So let's see what's in the shadows for Scorpio. I mean, to me, it feels like every week my favorite reading to do has been the Scorpio ones for like a very, very long time. I swear, once I start doing bonus readings, Scorpio first. That's the first one up. Let's see. All right, yeah, 9 of Pentacles. So once again, more of the Pentacle energy here. Now, I always feel like there is a warning here about essentially what you own owns you. Now, it is good to have goals, even goals that involve materialism and money. It's what makes the world go round, unfortunately. And I'm a very spiritual individual, but I get it. Sometimes you need the cheddar, right? You need the coins, you need the pentacles. But this card does warn us about over excess of materialism. So just keep that in mind, whatever it is you're chasing. Try to stay in a balanced state and don't get yourself into debts is one thing here. Make sure you're managing your money properly, not overspending, but try not to get too materialistic is what this 9 of Pentacles tells us. Okay, it is also a card of independence, so the lone wolf syndrome. Of course, there are a lot of things that you could do on your own that you don't need a lot of help. For some of you, that could be a defense mechanism. But for some of you, it might be a good thing to build a support structure that you trust. So Scorpio, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the March subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the February subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air sign readings. But for March, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. This is a new deck and it is absolutely awesome. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments out of this week's reading, which card spoke to you the most. At the end of the month, the winners will be in the community tab. Once again, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.